Yeah, a very good afternoon to everyone. I'm G. Padmavathi, Associate Professor of English from H&S Department, Tigala Krishna Reddy Engineering College. My topic for today is presentation skills. Yeah, dear students, you all know what is a presentation. A presentation is the process of presenting a topic to the audience. It is typically a demonstration, introduction, lecture, or speech that is meant to inform to everyone who is present there. A presentation will develop our public speaking skills and ideas. There are also the presentation skills are also the abilities and qualities which are necessary for creating and delivering a compelling presentation. So they encompass what you say, how you structure it, and the materials you include to support what you say, such as slides, videos, or images. Or it may be any statistics or any data or any references, etc. And you'll make presentations at various times in your life. So it may be during your academics, or that is during your course time, that is as a student, or even at the workplace where you work as a professional. So now, why are presentation skills important? So before why presentation skills are important, it is necessary to know what are the 4 P's of presentation. So the P's, 4 P's are, the first one is planning, how you plan, prepare, practice, and present. So planning a presentation, you have to decide on the topic. Which topic you have to choose, that you have to decide first. Once you decide the topic, you collect the information. So either you can collect from net or any discussion or with your teachers or with your friends. So anything, any book, any source, you can collect the information. Once you collect the information, jot down the points and note every point and elaborate it. So once you are thorough with the elaboration, once you are thorough with the topic and etc., define the purpose of the presentation, why you are presenting, to whom you want to present, etc. And you have to know the audience. So what is the audience? What type of audience you have? Whether they are all professionals or whether your teachers, whether it is your friends or whether they are your counterparts, etc. You have to check it in that way. And after you collect all the data, you have to arrange them, organize it in a proper way. Either you can give an oral presentation or you can make a PowerPoint presentation. So know the duration of the uh, topic of the PPT. Okay. So why presentation skills are important? So you will need to hone your presentation in skills in various areas, such as when giving a speech or convincing your partner to make a substantial purchase and talking to friends and family about an important situation. So this is all like how while delivering the presentation, it should be effective. So in order to be more effective while giving a presentation, you have to take care of your communication. So communication depends. It is of 2 types: verbal communication and non-verbal communication. So when you come to verbal communication, you have to take care of your voice, voice modulation, clarity, intonation, and the accent which you use it. Okay, so all this will come under verbal communication. And non-verbal communication, it all depends on your body language. Okay, the body posture, gestures, and facial expressions, eye contact, all this comes under body language. So, for effective presentation skills, in order to make a presentation effective, first you have to focus on verbal communication. How you use language and deliver messages play essential roles in how your audience will receive your presentation. So, the impact of your presentation will leave an impression in the minds of the audience. So you have to take care of your verbal communication. Though you are thorough with the slides, content, etc., but if you don't express it verbally properly, then the presentation will be waste. Okay. So for that, you have to speak clearly, confidently, and you have to project your voice enough to ensure everyone can hear. So based on the room, that is a hall where you give the presentation, accordingly you have to modulate your voice. Okay, so if it is a classroom where it accommodates only 60 people, then the voice modulation should be bit loud. If it is a big hall and suddenly if power goes or some technical problem arises, even then you have to be able to make the audience hear. So ensure that everyone hears you and think before you speak. And before speaking anything, you just give a pause and then tailor your talk. That is, you have to crop your talking to resonate with your particular audience. In between, you may have the break. Suppose suddenly, technically, if something goes wrong and your PowerPoint doesn't work, still you have to manage. That is orally, whatever is given in the slides, you should be able to speak. So don't always use the slide content and then just read. So never do that. Don't do reading. And body language. Body language is all about non-verbal communication. So non-verbal communication combines various critical elements like posture, gestures, okay, eye contact, facial expressions, and body posture. That is a posture in how you stand in front of the audience. So body language can transform a presentation that would otherwise be dull into one that's dynamic and interesting. So body language all plays a key role on making your presentation effective. If you're thorough with the slides, content, everything matter, whatever it is, if you don't have proper non-verbal communication, if you don't have that, proper body language, then the presentation will go in vain. So you have to take care of your body language, stick to your posture, gestures, eye contact, facial expressions, and everything, the position where you stand. So while giving a presentation, it is always not necessary to stand in one position. You can move here and there based on the space provided. Okay, so the hall may be big and the place where you stand is, it is very large, then you can move here and there. But if the place is confined, you can stand. But there also you can frequently move here and there. So don't make your position stand still. Move here and there. And at times you have to see the audience. You have to move among the audience also if the place is good enough to move. Okay. So that is the thing. Voice projection. So this is nothing but voice modulation. So your presentation should allow your audience to hear what you're saying. Okay, so your voice also will increase your confidence to help settle any lingering nerves. Suppose if you're stage feared, if you have stage fear, your voice alone can build up your confidence. Okay, so to project your voice, stand comfortably with your shoulders back, take deep breaths, and uh, make sure you enunciate every syllable you speak. That is, speak the words clearly. You have to maintain clarity. So, along with voice modulation, clarity is also important, and these two should have the synchronization. So, if they both sync, then only the presentation will come out better and it will be effective. Okay. And the body posture. So, how you present yourself plays a role in your body language and the ability to project your voice. It also sets the tone for the presentation, and you have to be adaptable to the environment, that is the venue. Okay. And take the occasion into the account. Suppose if it is very formal, then see that your language and your intonation is a bit stiff. If it is an informal gathering, say suppose you are addressing some wedding, you have attended a wedding and there you have to speak, then because they're all friends and relatives, let it be informal. But when you're addressing in front of the audience where they are all professionals, say suppose you're academicians, or college academicians, or even at the workplace, your boss or someone, then you have to maintain some formal etiquettes. Okay. So that is, and then in between the presentation, incorporate the storytelling. Maybe you can give out your personal experiences, but don't stick to that. So don't see that it is not lengthy. It should be short. You can express your personal experience also, and then you have to come back to the topic. It is just to make the audience alert or interesting. So you may give some puzzles, riddles, or a quotation, or a proverb, or any question like that. So it makes the audience keep alert, and that is an effective strategy. So tell something in between in order the audience feel active and they don't feel boring. Okay. And active listening. And listening is also a valuable skill all on its own. So when you understand the topic thoroughly and when you are confident with the topic, you should be able to listen to the audience also carefully. During a presentation, what happens is there may be some disturbances or maybe something like when the uh, audience wants to know more about it. So you have to be a careful listener to take the question of the audience and then answer back. Okay, so this will deepen your personal relationships and it will actively engage audiences during a presentation. So this active listening is also a task which should be cultivated during the presentation. And stage presence. During a presentation, projecting confidence can help your audience engaged. So that stage presence should be there in order to connect with your audience and encourage them to want to watch you. Okay. So then you may even infusing some enthusiasm. Okay. So project confidence and information, keep the project to your knowledge. You have to keep the topic in confidence and also make the information interesting. So watch your audience as you're presenting. So eye contact is very, very important. So don't see walls or around the walls or something like that because it shows that you are nervous. So in order to avoid all this, you have to maintain proper eye contact. Okay, so that shows your confidence and hold the attention of the audience. Okay, so if you hold the attention of the audience, it is clear that you are connecting well with them. And self awareness. This is another one more important thing. Monitor your emotions and reactions. Okay, so various situations may arise while giving a presentation. One should stay in control with the emotions and reactions. Okay, so this because the self awareness can help soothe nervousness during presentations and it allows you to perform more effective. And the next effective presentation skills tip is to have good writing skills. Okay, so writing is a form of presentation and it will master your presentations outline to ensure you stay on message and remain clear. So whatever your objectives are, the objectives which you have framed in your mind, the same objectives, if you make a note, then it is, you become more confident. So the spontaneity which you have in the mind should be noted down in the point wise in a book and accordingly framed. Then the presentation will be more effective. So there should be a synchronization for the thought and the note which you have taken. So if both are in sync, then you can automatically frame valuable sentences or valuable information and present the same to the audience. And you have to understand your audience, okay, what the audience needs are, what the audience interests are, and accordingly you can design the presentation. Okay, so you will have to deliver maximum value to them and ensure that your ability to make your message easy to understand. So whatever message you want to convey to the audience, make sure that it is conveyed properly. Okay, and there is an art for public speaking. For that public speaking, whatever time duration you have, maybe 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 15 minutes, or 20 minutes, or half an hour, or beyond that. Okay, so whatever time duration you have, keep the presentation perfectly well organized. So for presentations like jam is a presentation, irrespective of the length of the, length of the presentation, anything is a presentation. For that matter, self-introduction, just a minute session, role plays, description, and a group discussion, oral presentation, interview skills, even that is a presentation. So you go to to attend an interview, and there the panel members question you and you answer. That is also a presentation. So anything which you speak in front of the audience or in front of any people to express your ideas and opinions is a presentation. Okay, so that is all related to public speaking. So if you are thorough with this public speaking, and public speaking requires practice. So improving your presentation skills will reduce your miscommunications, and it will enhance your time management skills, and also it will boost up your leadership qualities. So this is the advantage of understanding your audience and accordingly moving. Next, work on self-confidence. So when you're confident, you'll naturally speak more and clearly. Okay. And taking time to prepare your presentation with a strong opening. So the presentation should be strongly opened. Either the introduction should be so strong that it should fill the minds of the audience with interest. So you can pose a question, or you can give a proverb, or you can question the audience, or you can give a data. So like that, you have to get the audience into the topic. Say, suppose if you are talking about uh, the gym. Okay, nowadays, because of the, fast food, consuming fast food, people are consuming fast food, and more of the gyms are coming into the market. So this, you have to give a statistics. Like earlier in 1990s, how the thing was in the society, and now how it is. So you have to give a statistics, or you have to just give an example of how the gyms are growing now. As fast food centers are growing, even the gyms are growing. So like this, you have to give a comparative study, or a data, or a statistics like this, or a question, or a proverb. Then the audience will feel, they may feel interested in knowing more about the topic. And develop strategies for overcoming fear. So if the person is having, say, stage fear, you have to overcome that. So practice it. How do you practice? Suppose if tomorrow you have to give a presentation, you're all ready, and today evening, the day before the presentation, take any time and stand in front of the mirror and give the presentation. So feel that the audience are there in front of you, and think that, or visualize that you are giving the presentation in front of the audience. Okay. So in that way, you have to mind your stage presence. Okay. So build your self-confidence and also overcome your fear. So you're all ready. with the presentation. So as I've told, the 4 P's: plan, okay, prepare, practice, and then present. So under planning, first you choose the topic. On what topic you have to give a presentation. Select a topic of your choice, collect the information, and arrange, prepare. Okay. So whatever information you have gathered, in the second step, you have to prepare. That is, you have to select the main points and develop each point. Okay. And structure the content in a logical sequence and use relevant things if needed, and prepare uh, the cue words which are numbered like in a chronological way. Okay. So if it is a oral presentation, well and good. You need not require much preparation. But if it is a PPT, PowerPoint presentation, then you have to select nice design, and then the content in which you have to keep it in the slide, that you have to type it. And all this you have to take care and make the presentation effective. So after you plan, the first step is planning, then preparing, and third thing is practicing. Once the PowerPoint is ready, you have to practice. Okay. So you have to make more practice in for team preparation. So if you are preparing individually, then well and good. But if it is a team preparation, then take chance. 5 minutes you, 5 minutes the next person. So in this way, you can divide the time and share. And check the duration and the time also, whether it is fitting into the, I mean, the duration which is given to you. Okay. And check the audibility, the voice, the speed, and the venue, etc. Okay. And uh, practice multiple times and feel confident. You have to practice multiple times. If you are confident enough, once if you check, it is okay. But if you are not that confident and if you feel doubt on yourself, then go for next practice. So twice or thrice. If you are more frightened, then you can take twice or thrice. So after practicing, you have to present. Okay, the final step is present. So before presenting the topic, you have to arrive early to the venue. So because going in hasty and making the presentation in hasty, it will end up in hasty only. So be cool, stay cool. For that, you have to reach the venue early. Okay. So this travel stress also should be controlled. Okay. And even the anxiety. Okay. So if you give yourself an abundance of time to arrive at your destination, then everything will go in time. Okay. And become familiar with the layout of the room. The venue of the room should be known to you. So arriving early also gives you time to assess the room and figure out where you want to stand. Okay, it is all on your choice. And listen to the presenters ahead of you. So before your presentation, who has given, you have to listen to them. Okay, when you watch others present, you will get a feel for the room's acoustics and lighting. So you will get accustomed to the environment there. So this is another tip. Okay, and the last thing, the plan, preparation, practicing, and then presenting. So we have some do's and don'ts for giving a presentation. While you give a presentation, stand properly. The first thing is you have to stand properly and give a smile. Okay. So that is the first thing. Then greet the audience and stay stress free. After you greet the audience, wish them, introduce yourself, okay, and you can give some handouts. So the topics handouts should be there. So here and there you can give some based on the audience strength. Okay, so you can give the handouts and maintain the eye contact with the audience. Modulate your voice. So depending on the size of the audience, you have to modulate your voice, and then take care of your verbal and non-verbal communication, and introduce the topic. This is very, very important. So directly don't start the topic, give an introduction. And as I've told you, you can start with a question or a quote or a proverb or a joke or something, data, statistics like that. And present, give the purpose of the presentation. So what is the purpose? Point wise you have to give. And when you give the topic, why you have chosen the topic, that also you can mention. Okay. And present the topic point to point. Don't be in in a rush to cover the topic and finish it off and go to your place and sit. Okay. Take the time, utilize the time, and see that you give effective presentation. And you have to make appropriate visual aids. So already if you're, perfect with the PPT, once you have to check it at home or wherever you stay, comfortably you have to check it. And then even when you open the PPT, once you check whether the everything is technically sound. And after you give out your presentation, invite the questions from the audience. So queries, asking the queries from the audience, and you have to know the topics knowledge in depth, because if you are aware of only the slides, whatever questions the audience asks, you will be able to answer within that. But you have to know beyond that topic. And if any question other than your topic consists, if any other question related to your topic, then you should be able to answer. So if you want to make sure that the audience is satisfied with you, know the depth of the topic. Okay, so you have to know the depth of the topic, then only you can choose that topic. And what are the don'ts? Some of the don'ts, like don't reach the, I mean, venue just 5 minutes or 10 minutes before. At least see that half an hour before you reach and you relax. And do not dress gaudily. So wear the comfortable clothes or comfortable footwear which you feel comfort. Okay. So sometimes it happens like because of the presentation, you wear some new things and that new thing will, ruin your presentation because you don't know how it would be. So see that you don't dress gaudily and do not neglect your body language. So take care of your body language and do not stand between the screen and the audience. So it will be a, like hurdle line. So be away and see that the audience are visible to the board. I mean the projector or whatever it is. And do not rely on slides. Suddenly, if a technical problem arises and suddenly the PPT is gone, so don't prepare in that way. Even without the slides, you should be able to speak fluently. And now whatever the content is there in the topic, see that it is reached to the audience. And do not talk slowly or fastly, and keep a moderate pace of the speech. So these are some of the do's and don'ts while giving a presentation. I hope I'm clear. So to conclude with, a presentation is nothing but whatever ideas you have to express it in a proper way. And the 4 P's, that is plan, prepare, practice, and present. These 4 P's you have to remember while giving a presentation. Thank you all.